20 Quebec, ICM.
Alright.
Sierra Papa, runway 27 right, clear to land.
Runway 27 right, clear to land, Sanders, Sierra Papa.
Gillespie Tower, Cherokee 8172 November, 27 right, recross eastbound departure.
Cherokee 8172 November, Gillespie Tower, make right down departure, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 27 right, 70 November.
Let's put on our landing light. That's in the wrong spot. I wonder if that's actually the right. Yes, it is. Weird.
Drop our feet down to the floor and power. Airspeed is alive. 40. 50.
Gillespie Tower, November 1850 Tango is descending from 3,500 to 1,600 and request landing on 17.
Coast 2850 Tango, Gillespie Tower on 817. Make right traffic, runway 27 right, report a beam.
Right traffic, 27 right, report a beam, 50 Tango.
Coast 50 Tango, verify you got 8 is Charlie.
Roger, we have 8 is Charlie, 50 Tango.
November, start your crosswind when able.
Turning crosswind 17 November.
There's somebody coming in he's trying to get us in front of.
Cherokee 38 Charlie, traffic your final, runway 27 left, cleared, and go.
38 Charlie, 27 left.
What's our departure heading?
080.
Yeah. So here's a way you can do that. In this airplane, we didn't have these in the Cessnas. These are called heading bugs.
38 Charlie negative, they were short final, you're number 1.
Number 1, 38 Charlie, 27 left.
60 Quebec, contact ground.
Contact ground, 60 Quebec.
Go ahead and put the nose of your airplane in between those two triangles there.
Coast 50 Tango, number 2 following Cessna, turning 1.5 miles final, runway 27 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 27 right, 50 Tango.
Gillespie Tower says not to wait for Lima Papa, 5 miles east of Lake Jennings, inbound, full stop.
Traffic, 8 o'clock, same altitude,
Cessna
0 miles.
284 Lima Papa, Gillespie Tower, make straight in, runway 27 right, report 3 miles final.
Straight in, 27 right, report 3 mile final, 284 Lima Papa.
And 4 Lima Papa has Charlie.
4 Lima Papa, thank you.
By 6 Delta, midfield downwind.
Cessna 56 Delta, runway 27 left, clear, touch and go.
Clear touch and go, 27 left, 56 Delta.
Cessna 9 Sierra Papa, hold short, runway 27 left, remain my frequency.
Hold short, 27 left, remain frequency, 9 Sierra Papa.
Dusty Tower 2160 Quebec, it's
Traffic, 7.
exposed traffic.
Traffic,
Hold stop.
11 o'clock. Low,
Cessna
1
216
mile.
Quebec, Dusty Tower, hold short, runway 27 left, landing traffic.
Hold short 27 left.
Traffic, 8 o'clock. Same altitude.
Cessna 4 Lima Papa, number 2, following Cessna, turning mile and a half final, runway 27 right, clear to land.
Clear to line 7 right, looking for hot traffic 284 Lima Papa.
Cherokee 38 Charlie, runway 27
First
left,
Lake
clear
Jennings.
touch and go.
38 Charlie,
Okay,
27 left.
so we don't need to listen to him anymore. So let's go ahead and put in,
Gillespie Tower, Astrea 11 is
7-5.
phase with Charlie. We'd like a south departure using
Now, there's
the,
another way that you
reverse
could do
planetary
that.
pattern.
do
Cessna
this.
9 Sierra Papa, cross runway 27 left, staying contact ground.
If you just turn it,
Runway 27 left, contact ground.
it's just like a regular radio.
Astrea
So if you want to
11,
use these knobs, you
North
can use
Star,
it.
master
There's
base
nothing
43
wrong with
from
doing what you did.
Wind
Just want you to know there's
280
two
at 10.
options. Flip it. San Diego East traffic, Cherokee 7-2 November. We're about 2 miles to the east of Lake Jennings. Climbing through 4,300 for maneuvers over Alpine, San Diego East.
San Diego practice area, white Cessna 172 over Lake Wolford to climbing to 6,000 feet for maneuvers.
East traffic, we see traffic over Cottonwood Golf Course. We are just about 3 miles east of Cottonwood, southbound, descending out of 3,800 for 3,000, San Diego East.
Now let's lean a little. Won't do worry too much about it. Just get some lean in there. Look how low that's getting now.
Traffic, 8 o'clock. Same altitude, 0 miles.
That's us.
San Diego Coast, White Ray Cessna, which is Cessna 24353, 2 miles west of the Palomar Airport and heading to the Oceanside Airport, descending San Diego Coast.
Having a little trouble holding that heading, aren't we?
Oceanside traffic, Cessna
Once you get to 5,500, I'm going to give you some maneuvers to knock out.
Oceanside
We're gonna
traffic.
go play.
San Diego East, Cherokee 3001 Tango over Verona at 3,500, headed southbound.
San Diego East traffic, Cherokee 72 November, Alpine Dirt Patch. 5,500 basic maneuvers, San Diego East.
Traffic, 9 o'clock. Same altitude, 0 miles.
San Diego Northeast, that is a few miles north of Flying T, 7,500 maneuvering San Diego Northeast.
All right, so let's hold this heading now. I'm just going to bring your heading bug back over here. Just hold this. Hold altitude, get her trimmed out, and let's do about 2,400 RPM. Let's do cruise speed for a moment. Okay. So, you get us leveled out and get us back down to 5,500.
San Diego East, Cherokee 01 Tango, over Lake Jennings at 3,500, descending southbound to 3,000, Mount Helix. San Diego East.
Okay, so what I want you to do is to clear the area, and I want to kind of work over
traffic operates on
Viejas.
over the 5 freeways at the
And I want to so clear the area out there, and then I want to do some. We'll do a power off stall to start with, then a power on, then a steep turn. Just nice little warm up exercise. Hold altitude though, you got it. You got to start nailing your altitudes. So let's get down. Adjust your power if you need to, or retrim the airplane if you need to, or both. But let's make it so. Okay, I want to work over the Viejas Valley over here. We clear?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Roll out. Show me a power off stall. Pick an outside reference to point at, something prominent that you won't lose track of. Note your heading. And I want to do a power off stall straight ahead, full flaps. Okay, so from the moment you stalled, you were almost 5,600, till the moment you stopped descending, you were down to about 54, or a little above that, so you lost about 180 feet. Can you do that again? Minimize the descent. Try it again. I'm just going from the point of stall to the point of no more descent. Okay, you're at 650, you're at about 670, about 690, 680. 680, okay. Stop the descent, stop the pitch, 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 pitch. So pitch for climb as soon as you got the plane flying again. Now you lost 80 feet. That's a 100-foot improvement. See what I mean? Okay. So what was the primary difference? Everything was the same except that you just got the nose up a little sooner, right? Okay, good. How about a climbing right turn? Keep the ball in the center and a nice climbing right turn. I want to climb and turn. Okay, good. Keep the turn. I want a descending right turn. Okay, roll your wings level. Level off. Cruise power. Okay, hold 5,700. Show me a... get the sun out of our eyes. Come point your nose over towards San Miguel Mountain out there. Let's do a power on stall, no flaps. Straight ahead. Roll your wings. Now the way you can do this in this airplane is we'll just set the heading bug, see how well we hold heading in the maneuver. There you go. Good, nice thing about this, we don't have to worry about carb heat. Don't use that aileron, that'll bite you. So we're about 20 degrees off. Do a level off, level, stop climbing. Let's turn away from the sun, come back around, we'll point at Cuyamaca again. San Diego East traffic, Cherokee 72 November, Viejas Valley, 5,600 basic maneuvers, San Diego East. All right, so point at Cuyamaca. All right, so let's try that power on again. So reduce power to about 1400, hold altitude, don't climb, don't descend. The nose comes up, you'll feed in just a little right rudder to keep the ball in the center and keep your nose pointed at the Cuyamaca Peak. Keep holding altitude, don't sink or we'll never slow down. Pull up, pull up. All right, slow down to 65 and feed in power. Keep pointing at Cuyamaca Peak as you do it. Feed in power, you're probably going to need more right rudder because of the increase in P factor. Drop the nose. You drop the nose sooner and then use rudder to set that, put that wing level. Rudder is what you use to fix the wing. Try it one more time.
San Diego.
Full power.
San Diego East, White Cherokee over Alpine 3,500, steep turn, San Diego East.
Drop the nose, that's it, drop the nose. Now use a little bit of rudder as you drop the nose. So what you want to do is get that nose down to the horizon pretty quickly. Get that in, reduce the angle of attack, get the plane flying. Then you can use ailerons. Until then, don't resist using aileron at all. Okay, that was fine. I'd like you to turn right to a heading of, let's do about 180. Hold altitude. I want you to hold altitude, cruise power. Still climbing. You've been averaging about 200 to 300 feet per minute. We got to get this thing leveled off. Hold altitude. Get to where you can take your fist off that and just use fingers. All right, that's better. Now, what I'd like to do is to pull the power down to around 2100 RPM and hold altitude, kind of like we talked about in our emergency setup, right? Whatever you do, don't lose any altitude, because if you're losing an engine, every foot is precious. Remember, for every foot high you are, you can glide another 7 feet. That 7 feet might be the difference between missing the fence or hitting the fence. So we want every foot we can hold on to. Now the RPM's dropped off a little bit because of the fixed pitch prop. There you go. What speed is that giving us with that power to hold altitude?
Knots.
I'm sorry?
80 knots.
80 knots, yeah. Okay. So, set your scrubs a little bit. All right. So let's put in a notch of flaps just for grins. And hold altitude, see what the new speed will be. Put another notch of flaps. Oh, you're retrimming, so you're still doing around 80. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's get out of slow flight. Turn right to a heading of, I don't know, 220. Cruise power. Now I want to show you something. Zoom in a little bit. You look down there, you see the little runway going up into the rocks there?
Yeah.
It's called On the Rocks. Elevation is 2,650 feet. That's how high it is. So how high above it are we?
4,000 feet.
Almost, yeah. More like 34, right? 3,400 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 3,400 feet. Okay, you just lost power. So, hold altitude while you slow to best glide. What's best glide?
67.
As soon as it gets to 76, drop the nose. Don't go slower than 76. Now, you got a place to land?
Yeah, the runway back.
All right, good. So, we'll make that our place. Now, let's do our flow. First thing is always carb heat. Carb heat. Fuel pump. Mixture rich. Throttle forward. Okay? And then primer. Now, let's turn towards our runway. Let's not fly away from it. Okay, now let's switch tanks and let's check our mags, make sure those are good. All right, now while you're holding 76, there's your runway over there. Now we probably don't want to land going that way because you'd have to drop in over the rocks, so we'd probably have to come in and head south on the landing, right?
Yeah.
So would we prefer to do left traffic or right traffic? Left pattern, right?
Yeah.
One, it puts it on your side, so let's go to it. So let's fly to it. You got plenty of altitude. Remember, we're 2,500 feet above it. That means that we could probably float another 5 miles, right?
Yeah.
We're a half a mile high, so we could probably go 3.5 miles. So we have plenty of room. You could go land in the pasture out there if you really wanted to, but let's just work on this one here a little bit. Now, so we've done everything we can to get the engine to run, right? So what else could we do? 121.5. And what about in here?
7,700.
7,700, right? So if you tap 7700, we'd bloom up, and, right? So we'd get all kinds of help. Now while you're circling, look out there. You see the power lines out there? To the towers
yeah.
with the power lines. So we don't want to get too low out there, but we want to set ourselves up. So what height would we like to be on downwind over here if we want to be 1,000 feet above it? We want to be at 3,600, right?
Yeah.
So we have about 800 feet to go. So let's move on out to our downwind and come over and let's see how this works out. Very relaxed. Just going to make sure that we still have power. Hate to have a real emergency just because we're practicing one. So let's slide out to our half mile out. We wouldn't be that close to 27 left, would we?
No.
Okay. Okay, so now you're 1,400 feet above it. Take a look at what 1,400 feet looks like. Look back behind your wing at your runway. That's what 1,400 feet above your target looks like. There's 1,300 feet. Now, let's square it off. And all you got to do is land there.
San Diego East.
So remember,
over Lake Jennings.
when you've lost about a third of that
Traffic,
altitude,
9
you're going to
o'clock.
make your
Same
Headed east
base turn,
towards
right?
El Cap. San Diego East.
So now we're 1,000 feet above it. So how's this feel to you? A little low or a little high?
A little low.
All right, well, let's cut the corner. So let's head straight for the numbers. Right? Now once you know you made it, you can start putting in flaps and stuff. See how that works out? Give me a climbing right turn, please. Carb heat's on. Fuel pump's off. Climb back to the low terrain. See how that works out?
Yeah.
Okay. So that same trick would be used out over the Alpine dirt patch. Let's head over there. But let's climb like crazy to get there.
San Diego East, White Cessna is 4,500, climbing 6,500, heading towards the north end of El Cap for maneuvers. San Diego East.
East County traffic, reach med 2-1, red helicopters lifted, Pacific VA House Casino, will be
Let's
traveling
switch
over
back
the
to the
Valley
left tank.
the
We'll burn off
northwest
some
for
more of that
Oceanside
extra
traffic.
gas over there.
Fuel pressure's still good.
Good man. So now we're going to do the same technique, so to speak, but we don't have an unknown runway. So if you look on the chart, it actually says 2650, and that runway, by the way, is 2,300 feet long. That runway's almost, it's only 400 feet short, or one football field shorter than 27 left back home. It's bigger than it looks, right? So that's why I use that as kind of a reference, because it gives us some familiarity with what we've been used to. San Diego East traffic, Cherokee 72 November. We're over the Alpine dirt patch, we're moving to it. Climbing through 4,500, we'll be doing a simulated engine out here in a minute.
And East County traffic, reach med 2-1, helicopter 3,000 feet just on the north end of the Alpine Valley, will be transiting to the northwest.
I have the flight controls. I got traffic behind me that did not respond.
San Diego East, White Cessna 5,600 over El Cap, headed north towards Flying T, climbing 6,500, San Diego East.
White Cherokee over Alpine, are you on the frequency?
Roger. Roger on the frequency.
Okay, are you working over the dirt patch?
Yeah, we're doing steep turns over the dirt patch at 4,000.
Okay, well, I was just about to do an emergency out down there. Sorry, I'll go somewhere else. I think I'll go to VA House Valley.
Roger that, White Cherokee.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so keep climbing. We'll move over towards VA House. We'll do this and then head back.
East County traffic, reach med 2-1, helicopter 3,000 feet just to the northeast of El Capitan Reservoir, transiting to get to 260 inside.
Okay, so level off at 5,500. So, and I want you to come right. Oh, I'll give you a heading here. Let's do about 080.
San Diego East, White Cessna 6,500 over the north end of El Cap Reservoir. We'll be doing private pilot maneuvers. San Diego East.
Now, like I say, I don't know how high that pasture is over there. Oh, we just lost our engine. Do your flow. Carb heat first. All right. While you and don't go slower than 76. So capture your 76 as you do it. Okay, got a place to land, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. So would we rather land heading west or east?
West.
Would we rather do a left traffic to the landing zone or right traffic?
Left.
Yeah, there's a little less terrain, right? So set yourself up. So let's kind of move over there. Let's spiral over that. I don't want to spiral out here. I'd rather be over my safest zone in case nothing works out, right? Now, if you can make it here, in other words, if this is your perfect downwind, make it from here, but otherwise get over where you can spiral down to an appropriate altitude. How high above that do you think we are?
2,500.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty close, give or take a few hundred, right? I mean, look at the size of those buildings down there at the casino. So you have some altitude to lose. If you do a 360, you'll lose another 1,000 feet or so, right? So if you want to do a 360 and set yourself up, do it. But make sure that your 360 puts you on the appropriate downwind. I would say that the appropriate downwind is right over the 8, or pretty close to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if a 360 won't work, then turn back this way, whatever it's going to take.
Traffic, Class Star 149er with you there is 5,700 feet over the town of Julian.
Now, if you look at the pasture, draw yourself an imaginary real runway where you want to land and use that as your reference. Don't use the whole pasture. Use a in your head runway. Now, don't turn yet, because you're right on top of it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get out here. Now, you said that, so we've lost another 1,000 feet or so, so how high above it do we look now?
1,500.
Okay, so 1,500 is a little tight. You're going to be a little high. So what can you do about it? Look at your runway. Okay. So what are your options here?
To widen out or add flaps?
Yeah, well, do something. Because she's really floating nice now, right? Just when you don't really need it. Where's your touchdown spot, point?
A little bit past that pimple.
That little what?
The little mount.
Pimple? Oh, okay, got it. All right, good. Climb away. I don't want to go over the casino, so go back and give me a nice climb. Put your carb heat off. Same principle, right? You're maneuvering to put yourself in a position from which to be able to make as normal of an approach as possible. The descent angle is a little steeper than you're used to because we're not carrying power, but it's not dramatically steeper. It's steeper by 1 degree, maybe 1.5. And mostly because we're used to a 4-degree glide slope over here at Gillespie. And this probably has about a 5-degree, 5.5-degree glide with a windmill and prop and no power. Okay, so she's a little steeper, but she's not crazy. And we didn't scare the people at Viejas. They've asked us not to do that. Let's go back along Interstate 8. Let's stay off of him. Stay just to the north side of Interstate 8. San Diego East traffic, white and red Cherokee, 7-2 November, Viejas Casino, 4,000 feet. We are westbound along Interstate 8, and we'll be headed to Gillespie Field. We'll stay over the 8, San Diego East at Alpine.
San Diego Customs is now 346 Charlie Papa, 1,500 feet, Torrey Pine, southbound.
You can level off. We don't need to get too much
Charlie
higher.
Papa.
We'll watch for the guy maneuvering, doing steep turns over the dirt patch there. Okay, so what do we need to do to go land at Gillespie? What do we need to be thinking about now?
Second hiatus.
All right, well, let's do that. So use the top.
Delta Jimmy and Bishop continues. landing in departure runway 27 right and 27 left. As it is weather information available on highway or flight service frequency. Advise all initial contact. Do you have information, Charlie?
Still Charlie. Frequencies aren't split. We already know the winds.
Our information, Charlie, time 23470, wind 280 at 10, visibility 10.
San Diego Coastal, Cessna 346 Charlie Papa, 1500 feet, approaching La Jolla, southbound, 1500 feet. 346 Charlie Papa, San Diego Coastal.
Okay. San Diego East traffic, Cherokee 72 November, Interstate 8, just abeam the dirt patch. 4,200 heading to Gillespie Field. Last call, San Diego East. Alrighty. Well, I guess the white Cherokee didn't want to talk to us.
San Diego East, Glass Star 9 Whiskey Sierra, just behind Lake Cuyamaca, 5,600 feet, headed southbound, San Diego East.
Okay. So, now what?
Now we need to tune up the tower.
Alright, so let's do that. While you're at it, let's go ahead and put ground in there. There you go. And we'll come left to a heading of about 250. We'll watch for white Cherokee. He may have already bugged out. Okay. So now what do we need to do?
Call the tower?
Yeah. So tell them that we're south over Interstate 8, south of El Cap at 4,100, landing with Charlie.
Gillespie Tower, Cherokee 8172 November. Over Interstate 8, south of Lake Cap, El Cap, landing with Charlie.
Cherokee 72 November, Gillespie Tower, straight in 27 right, report 3 mile final.
Straight in 27 right, report 3 mile final, 72 November.
Great. Come left a little bit. So now he's got us on radar, so he'll call out any traffic, so I'm not as worried about traffic now that I'm in the system. So let's kind of head for crest, come to about 240. I have the localizer in here. Now, the nav frequencies are underneath there, so a reminder in case I've covered this before, you push that button to get the navs up, and I have Gillespie Field localizer in, and it's identified. So there's your center line for your runway, okay?
Okay.
And on a hazy day with the sun in our eyes, this is always helpful, so. Let's get down to around 3,500 as we hit crest. Remember, we want to be at about 1,900 when we cross Interstate 8, so you're going to have to get on down there. You got about 1,400 feet to lose in about 2 miles. Anything else we need to do before we land this thing?
Land fuel pump?
Yeah. You have a before landing checklist, right? Or at least a mnemonic or a flow. There is a landing checklist right here, if you can't find one.
27 right,
Midfield left traffic.
Block.
17 November, 27 right, clear to land.
Clear land 27 right, 72 November.
098, run to 27 left, clear touch and go.
27 left, clear touch and go, 098. Tower, good evening, Cessna 646.
They even printed another one and stuck it on
27 right, straight out to mark.
Did that, but that's
6460 Mike, Gillespie Tower, straight out approved, and a 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 27 right, 60 Mike. Delta Tower 2160 Quebec, 4,800 over El Cap, inbound for 27 right with Charlie.
2160 Quebec, Gillespie Tower, IDEN, straight in on the 27 right, report 3 mile final.
IDEN straight in, 7 right, report 3 mile final, 2160 Quebec.
Cherokee 46 Foxtrot, number 2, follow the Cessna down with the base from the 27 left, clear touch and go.
Number 2, clear touch and go, 27 left, Cherokee 46 Foxtrot.
Delta Tower 868 Tango Bravo, with information Charlie, over Verona Casino at 3,300, inbound to land, runway 27 left.
868 Tango Bravo, Gillespie Tower, in a right base, runway 27 right for now, report Lakeside Golf Course.
8 Tango Bravo, report Lakeside Golf Course, runway 27 right.
Gillespie Tower, Dutch 6 Tango Papa, 3,000 over San Vicente, inbound for full stop with Charlie.
Dutch 6 Tango Papa, Gillespie Tower, right base, runway 27 right, report over Lakeside.
Right base, 27 right, report Lakeside, 6 Tango Papa.
8 Tango Bravo, traffic off your right side, a mile and a half, 2,900, a Dutch is inbound right base, advise when you have that traffic.
8 Tango Bravo. We have the traffic in place, 8 Tango Bravo.
8 Tango Bravo, roger. They will be appear overtaking faster off your right side. Maneuver to follow them.
Hello to that, 8 Tango Bravo.
Roger that. 8 Ted.
Cessna 60 Mike, frequency change approved.
60 Mike, switch, get it.
Roll out to Alpha, since that's the way we got to go back these days. I'll open this up. Now you can brake hard.
Cherokee 72 November, cross 127 left without delay, then contact ground, traffic short funnel.
Cross 27 left and contact ground, 72 November.
Dutch 6 Tango Papa, runway 27 right, clear to land.
27 right, clear to land, 6 Tango Papa.
Cessna 8 Tango Bravo, number 2, follow the Dutches ahead, runway 27 right, clear to land.
8 Tango Bravo, number 2, clear to land, runway 27 right.
He wouldn't have let you do. He wouldn't have let you done that.
0 Quebec, change runway 27
He gave
left,
you a
clear to
lot.
land.
He gave you a lot of respect
Okay,
giving you
27
that,
left, clear
because
to
most
land.
people he'll just keep over there that as short as he was. Okay, cool. After landing checklist, please. That's good enough.
Gillespie ground, Cherokee 8172 November, off 27 left. On Alpha, taxi to +1.
Cherokee 8172 November, Gillespie ground, +1, taxi via Alpha.
Alpha to +1, 72 November.
Yeah, nice. If you can get her on in there and get her shut down pretty quick, that'll be 1 hour even. Not bad.